back live on Monday Night Raw. What a matchup it has been between Sheamus, the 2010 King of the Ring, and former #1 contender for the WWE title, John Morrison.
Well, here's what happened right before the commercial break. John, got caught. And did you see how hard John Morrison hit that floor?
And Sheamus,
he hasn't been able to gain the advantage since.
Yeah, Sheamus has dominated since that junction. But look at Morrison come back. Morrison trying to fight his way, claw his way back into this matchup against Sheamus.
Oh, no.
But again,
got one injured arm already.
And look at Sheamus planting Morrison.
Maybe it.
Bending Morrison nearly in half. Hook to the leg, 2-count kick out. Notwithstanding the punishment here tonight, King, don't forget what Morrison went through just a week ago in the Falls Count Anywhere matchup with WWE Champion The Miz.
Well, I'm going to tell you, this John Morrison is a resilient young man. I mean, he is talented, and he's just, I don't know how any better way to put it than he is hard to beat. I mean, this young guy will give you everything he's got every time he gets in that ring.
Yeah, just ask the WWE Champion The Miz after last week.
Get in the ring now.
Sheamus just punishing Morrison. And this is the MO for the man called the Celtic Warrior.
Sheamus going to have to be careful.
Again, hook to the leg by Sheamus, and Morrison fighting out. Frustration beginning to build for Sheamus.
Yeah, but sometimes, you know, guys get frustrated, they kind of lose their focus, but with Sheamus, he just gets madder and meaner.
Sort of fuel for him, I guess.
Yeah, don't get this guy frustrated.
Now Sheamus, a sly smile across his face as he begins to toy with Morrison, who is obviously very hurt here.
Well, that's a good way to put it, because that's exactly what Sheamus is doing. He is just toying with his opponent here. Man. Sheamus got John in a world of pain here. I don't know if John's going to be able to come out of this. He may just be prolonging the agony.
Morrison's skull bouncing off the floor a few minutes ago. His arm has been punished. His legs have been taken out by Sheamus. An all-around attack by the Celtic Warrior. Look at Morrison, though, again, somehow trying to fight back into this.
That's amazing. I told you, come on.
You got to admire the fight in John Morrison. And here comes Morrison again, and he's got Sheamus reeling a bit.
You got to stay on him, John.
Morrison trying to give himself a glimmer of hope. And this could be it. John Morrison, we've seen this before, and went for the flash kick, and Sheamus ducked underneath it and weathers the storm. For a moment! And again, the wherewithal of Morrison, knowing where he's in the ring at all times.
John Morrison is so quick.
Taking advantage of the environment. As you see Morrison.
But it's one arm.
Now look at this, Morrison and all. Oh man, knee to the ribs. You can almost hear the ribs cracking as Sheamus delivered the blow.
Oh man, right to the sternum. That could be one of the most painful injuries ever.
Oh, and again, those injured ribs to the steel steps. And this is where Sheamus is so dangerous. When he smells blood.
He's like a shark now.
Be a matter of time as Sheamus lines up for the devastating bro kick. Finishing maneuver used by Sheamus. Morrison trying to pull himself back to his feet. Well, that may have saved Morrison there. Morrison.
John didn't even realize what was going to happen if he had turned around.
Perhaps a sixth sense by Morrison just to fall to the mat there.
Such a bad way here. I said before, I mean, I don't know if the referee, John, sometimes almost.
Oh no! What did you say?
Well, never mind.
Morrison again, using part of the ring as a weapon. The steel post, and now Morrison starting to build momentum. This could be it. Does he have enough here? 2 count. And he got him. John Morrison. Oh my Lord! Morrison survived.
Another winner of this match, John Morrison.
John Morrison won't quit. was physically dominated by Sheamus.
I don't know what to say.
And he's still pulled it out.
What a victory.
The resolve of John Morrison yet again, and talk about creative offense.
Sheamus lets his guard down for 1 second. Boom. Right to the forehead, right to the face. Sheamus, he was out.
John Morrison victorious here tonight, and still to come tonight in what has been a wild Monday Night Raw. 2 weeks ago, John Cena became the first victim of the new Nexus, and its soon-to-be new leader, CM Punk. Tonight, for the first time, John Cena will address those actions, and John Cena will be with us here live tonight on Monday Night Raw. And ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw, what Punk just did to John Cena, was really just an example of what this new Nexus is capable of. Tonight, CM Punk is putting the members of Nexus through this bizarre ritual, this bizarre initiation process.
Yeah, can I just say that if you're ever, we're going to watch some of this, but if you're ever thinking, anybody out there thinking of joining any kind of organization or group that requires an initiation, just watch this. This requires any kind of physical initiation like this or anything, just say no. Just say no.
This is Michael McGillicuddy willingly allowing himself to be assaulted by all members of the group to prove to CM Punk that he belongs as a part of Nexus. And CM Punk.
Oh. That was McGillicuddy's initiation. Then came Husky Harris.
Husky Harris voluntarily making the sacrifice for the larger cause, proving he wants to be a part of Nexus, wants to be a part of this group. And another strap by Punk, viciously assaulting Husky Harris. And that was not all. Then it was David Otunga.
David Otunga slapped the Big Show upside the head and then just stood there as Nexus watched on and took the beating of his life from the Big Show.
David Otunga did real well, didn't he? He's in. Husky's in, McGillicuddy's in. Now, your 2 initiations, if you choose to willingly accept it, I'm sure you're thinking right now, I'm going to beat you with these kendo sticks. But don't worry, I'm not going to do that. You're going to beat each other with these kendo sticks. And you're going to beat each other with these kendo sticks until I tell you to stop. I'm serious. He's gonna hit you. You better get that up. Okay. If you're not in, that means you're out. I expect home runs from all my soldiers, so swing for the fences. Do it! Hit me. You're going to hit me. Do it. Do it.
gentlemen, one of the all-time greatest WWE superstars will be the first inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2011. I can promise you, the roof is going to come off this place when he's introduced. We'll find out who that person is next.